Hi, I'm Jim Steep of Agape Table, Executive Director here for the last few years, and welcome to Agape Table. Here's a little tour of what we do here. So you can see over here we have all kinds of fruit and everything like that. This is where we make bagged lunches every day. We've been serving 500 to 600 guests every morning. That's where we have soup. We put it in soup bowls with lids. There's granola bars, power bars, all kinds of fruit, bottled water for sure, especially when it's like it is right now. Every weekday morning there'll be 25 people allowed in the building right now, so there's about 7 or 8 staff and the rest is volunteers. And if you were here in the morning, you'd see all kinds of volunteers chopping vegetables and bagging fruit and chopping up meat and whatnot for the soup as well. So, and on these tables over here, this is where we make sandwiches every morning, because there's a sandwich in every lunch bag. Then everything happens here in the kitchen. And volunteers get here at 5 o'clock and start making soup and everything like that. And, trying to keep everybody 6 feet apart as well for COVID and whatnot. So it's we have everybody spaced out as much as we can, and it's super busy from 5 in the morning right through till noon. We serve breakfast 7 to 11, so there's a crazy amount of numbers that we're serving lately. And we're fortunate that we have so many donors that bring in food for us. My journey's quite a bit different from just about anybody who would find themselves in this kind of position. I was actually a golf pro for 35 years, and I still am a golf pro, but when I retired from my job at Glendale Country Club, then a buddy of mine kept telling me that life is 1/3 learning, 1/3 earning, and 1/3 returning. So I always kept that in mind, and as soon as I retired, I thought even though I was involved in a lot of charity events for golf, I thought I really wanted to give back more to the community. The volunteers, the guests, everything involved about Agape Table is just wonderful, and I feel I'm very lucky to be able to be at Agape Table every day and have such a important job at Agape Table. Agape means unconditional love. And that's what we try to provide for everybody here. Yes, and we don't judge our guests. We don't pull them out of line because they're intoxicated or having some kind of other issue or whatever. We serve everybody unconditionally, and that's why guests keep coming back as well, and why people really love Agape Table. Truly, everything about Agape Table seems to be a heartwarming story, from our staff, where we only have 8 or 9 staff, and 3 of them were guests at Agape Table, and then eventually became volunteers and then got hired on as staff. One of our staff, Al, has been here 41 years since they opened the doors in 1980. And he was a guest for a long time, and then same thing, volunteer. John, Karen, our cook, all those people just have super heartwarming stories about. They had very tough lives, and until they found Agape Table, and Agape Table really turned their lives around. And 2 other of our staff are from recovery houses and they came to volunteer here and just did such a great job that we ended up hiring both of them as well. So just everybody seems to have a story and be part of the whole quilt, you might say, that is Agape Table. And from people who call and thank us and make donations to Agape Table, who were guests for a long time and have their lives have changed, and they become reasonably successful and everything, and can't wait to give back to Agape Table. So things like that I'm bad for this. I get choked up thinking about a lot of these things, but very heartwarming stuff. Agape Table's different in many ways from other organizations, where we've been around 41 years, and we We don't get government money. We don't have the government supporting us. It's all 100% donor funded, and we support between 40, I guess more closer to 50 other nonprofits and charitable organizations with food and other donations. Like We Got This. We're fortunate they came into our lives, and we're able to help them out where possible. We're happy to share it to other organizations. It's been a pleasure for us to be able to help We Got This Canada, and what you're doing is fantastic. There's always the need for food. There's always people in need, and one organization can't reach everybody, so we've really enjoyed our experience with We Got This. Rashmi had talked to our bookkeeper, Vishali Wadwa, and she had kind of put Rashmi in touch with Agape Table. We agreed to give some food to We Got This, and so one day Rashmi was coming to pick up food, and so we had just all kinds of food like piled up at the back door and everything like that, and she phoned and says, "Okay, I'm here." So I look out in the back, and there's this little car out there. She go, "Okay, you got to come back with a couple more cars here." But it was a funny start to our relationship with We Got This. But I was like, that's what you came to get the food in? Nothing against the car. It just was like, where are we going to put everything? So next time, after that, We Got This has come a little more prepared for what we might be able to pass on to them. But it's really great what you've done. That's great that it's been about a year that you've been doing this, and congratulations on that for sure. It's not easy. There's a lot of work goes into even just finding the right people that are in need, and getting all the food together. It's been, whatever it is, 16, 17 months or something now, that it really was a big change. We had anticipated that it was coming, and so right away we took as many precautions as possible. We didn't let any guests in the building. We lowered our numbers of volunteers. We started a takeout program. Right from day one, we were taking temperatures, we were double masking, we were making everybody sanitize before they came into the building, ask them questions and all that sort of thing. So we've tried to be really on top of it right from day one. Yeah, it's a lot of extra expenses too. Just the bag lunches, the cost of the bag, the cost of the soup bowl, the lid, the spoon, the wrap for wrapping everything. The whole thing is it was an extra about $40,000 of expense just in the things to create that bag lunch. So we have some great volunteers and donors and everybody who really helps out. Our donors really stepped up to the plate and helped us out especially during that first 9 months. So as always, a big thank you to all of our donors and supporters of Agape Table. So yes, at the start of before the pandemic, when we were serving inside, we would serve between 270 and 320 guests maybe. And since COVID started, the numbers have just keep rising and rising and rising, to the point where the last few weeks, in a morning we would serve almost always over 500 meals. The numbers have really gone up, and it's just a reflection on what's happening out there, people not working and really tough times. It's unfortunate that that's happening, but it's also fortunate that we're here and we're able to help that and supply those in need with nourishment and a hearty meal. Agape Table, and there's so many other fantastic non-profit charitable organizations around, like We Got This, and so I think that we're going to be here for a long time, and we really rely on the support of all the citizens of Winnipeg and Manitoba. There's different ways that you can help out as well and help those in need. It comes down to food, time, and money. If you can donate food, that is fantastic. If you have time and you can volunteer your services, financial is always great. Financial donations help us do what we do and cover our expenses to keep doing what we're doing. Right, so our one big fundraiser we have every year, this is the third year now, is our golf tournament. It's Thursday, August 19th at St. Boniface Golf Course. Yeah, if anybody would like to help us out with that, they could just call us at Agape Table or go to agapetable.ca, and all the information's right on the front, the home page of the website.
I want to give you a hug.
That's one of the worst things about the pandemic, is the food together, and especially in that little car. But
You should see my car, I'm